Well, this is a debate that has dominated social media over the past few days and really the past few months. And it's got nothing to do with politics. The question here, to recline or not to recline your seat on an airplane.
Boston Globe travel writer Christopher Muther joins us again. He's been on a few times. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
You think you have a solution. We're going to have a bit of a debate. And just to get comfortable, I just want to
recline a little.
I can't see this. I can't see this.
Okay, you think you have a solution to deal with all of this hullabaloo. What's your solution?
I do. Thank you for asking. So my solution, so it's always been recline or not to recline. This is like you mentioned a few weeks, a few months. This is actually years in the making. Like my first story as a travel writer was about reclining and not reclining.
Wow.
And from the gate, I said, don't recline. And people really are quite adamant about where they fall in this. And I think we may have had a little bit of a discussion previously about how I'm right and how you're wrong on this topic. So,
you took some shots at me on social media. I'm a recliner, you're a recliner.
About.
I'm not a recliner.
Yeah, I'm not a recliner.
So what's the solution? You say all airlines should make planes that don't recline?
All right.
Economy.
You had asked me about a solution, and I was just ready to get in it.
Yeah. You do what most politicians did. You didn't answer the question.
That's true. Next. No, I have a solution, which is get rid of the variable. Take out the recline. So either there's no recline or there's a preset recline, but that way you no longer have the argument of, I paid for this seat, the space is mine. Meanwhile, you might have someone behind you who's actually trying to be productive, like on a laptop or having dinner or something like that. So that person doesn't have to worry about your chair.
Leaning into their space.
Yeah, or coming into your face.
Right.
I just don't think it's a big deal. I think we're all, the way our society works now, especially with Twitter, is we all look for ways to be outraged at our other fellow human beings. And this is just the latest, greatest way to be outraged. The thing comes back this far.
It's 2 inches.
Well, some of them come back more than others. No, some
yeah.
airlines, they actually do come back farther. And meanwhile, while we all debate this, you know, the airlines don't have to deal with it, right? I mean, they don't have to have any stake in it because we battle it out. In truth, I mean, they've turned these spaces into the cramped nightmare scenarios that they are for a lot of people, but they can step away.
Yeah, doesn't this let the airlines off the hook that now no one gets to recline? The complainers win.
Well, thank you. No. And we're done. No. The thing about the airlines, and I looked at my solution from a very realistic point of view, which is the airlines are never going to give up space. It's not all of a sudden they're going to think, oh, there's some problems, and now we're going to give people some more room.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. So I'm looking at it from a realistic point of view.
So let me ask you, if say I get on your airlines, Muther Airlines.
Yes.
What does it look like? What is the etiquette? Is everyone sitting in their seat, not reclining? Are people when the plane lands not getting up and running to the front?
Are there shoes on?
Somehow not bringing in smelly food and they're not breaking wind? Like, what's happening on
That's
your airline?
definitely not happening on your airline.
All of the above. Well, if theoretically it would be all first class on my airline, but since it can't be, yeah, no, people would be wearing shoes. They wouldn't be in pajamas. They would be sitting, you know, in the seat as it's designed. And they obviously wouldn't be punching the seat in front of them, which is sort of what started all of this.
May I offer a solution that you might agree with?
All right.
The seat, you say the seat should, I'm not sitting at 90 degrees, not going to do it. So, what if they pre-recline all the seats 2 to 3 inches, and they're just pre-reclined, now you can't move them up or back anymore, and that's the standard.
I'm fine with
sounds
that.
good.
Well, can I tell you something, first of all? This is not the Liam way of doing things. British Airways does this.
They've
actually started to build airplanes where they call it the gentle recline, where every seat is at about 2 or 3 degrees. They can't move. You're not going into somebody else's space. So you're getting the Liam recline.
Yes.
You're getting the Christopher knee space, and everybody's happy.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, that's...
We solved it.
Wow.
All of the world's
On the
problems
WBC
should be
News.
solved so easily.
Recline gate. It's done. It's over.
We should maybe charge like some sort of trademark fee
Exactly.
or something
We should.
for this.
All right, we solved the world's problems here. Christopher Muther, Globe travel writer. Thank you so much for coming on.
Come back and we'll do it
Thanks for
again.
having me. All right. I'm ready to rumble.
Awesome.
Yeah.